Hello and welcome into another video, and this is one of those where it's a shame you don't know what I've actually just recorded. Now obviously I'm going to mention it, but I have to explain it. The fact that Hellblade broke OBS so badly that it turns out I had to fully reboot it before recording this, which is most likely my final video of the day. I decided to try to get an actual day of recording for once to have, funnily enough, some stock piled up. But yeah, today's video is about randomness. And I know it's going to be a weird one, that like a lot of my videos are, but the reason I'm in the creator rule set here, there are so many people who seem to insist that the only thing that is valid for competitive Smash Bros. Play is Final Destination. So straight, flat stage, absolutely nothing happens. Turning all the items off and just letting pure skill decide. That's valid. It is a valid thing. It fully is. I want to know why the other stuff isn't valid. Like, genuinely, I want to know why people consider all of this invalid for skill. Because as someone who plays Smash Bros. A lot and is actually really good at it and used to win a lot on Final Destination with no items, I got so fucking bored of playing Final Destination with no items because that's not what this fucking game is. This game is Smash Bros. If you want Final Destination with no items, have you heard of Street Fighter? Have you? Have you heard of King of Fighters? Have you heard of what any fighting game is? Smash Bros. Is about the chaos, it's about the random. And I'm good at the chaos. I'm good at the random. And I understand there's already a bunch of people there saying, oh yeah, you're good at getting lucky. Firstly, I'm one of the unluckiest people on the fucking planet. Feel free to actually watch any of the trauma dumping videos. Like, yeah. I am genuinely unlucky. When it comes to Smash Bros. Though, it's not luck. Some of it is, but some of it is out-and-out skill. Says the person who can't even figure out or remember that I'm supposed to click on one of those to do the rule set. I thought, I might keep opening the rule set menu. Right. What stage should we go for? You know what? Maybe the Great Cave Offensive might be the best part for... Oh, New Pork City, actually. Yeah, New Pork City, I'll go for that. So, my entire argument here... If an item capsule arrives on the floor, I don't know what's in that item capsule. I also don't know if that item, that item capsule was going to appear there when it did. All of that, fully random, fully get it. I open that item capsule, it might have a Pokeball in it. Oh, that's yet more randomness. So there's a Pokemon in there. Do I get a good one? Do I get a Goldeen? You know, like, all of that, complete not a random. All of it. I was just about to see if that item capsule has a Pokeball in it. I would have laughed my ass off. No, it had a bomb in it. But I know the risk. As soon as I see the item capsule, I know it's an item capsule. I know it could be anything. It could even be a boat. So I take that risk into a factor. I'm like, okay, this is one of those. Funnily enough, just like in real sports, one of these risk-reward things. Like, I could make the safe player. I could pass to the player, and we set up in the O-Zone, and we take it there, and we might be able to work it around the wall, and then ping it around the back, and then get a defender out of position, and then do a wheel snipe, selly snipe. You know, it's the whole fucking, like, get the puck into the zone, and good things might happen. Or, I'm really fucking good at hockey. I'm Kill McCarr. I could just go 200 foot and coast to coast and score it my damn self. Yeah, there's some risk in that. I'm getting out of my position. I'm a defender in the O-Zone. If I fuck up, if the puck gets robbed from me, then suddenly I have to very quickly remove all forward momentum and skate backwards and cover myself. Like, that's sports. Smash Bros. Is the fucking same. It's the video game equivalent. I know going for an item is a risk. I know going for an item might help me. If I know what the item is, the risk is lessened. If I know what the play is, the risk is lessened. But here, hopefully I get the second one. Right, Pokeball, they got that. I actually don't remember what the Pokeball is. I actually tried to pick up that thing and it picked up the black hole instead. But either way, second Pokeball, Sewer Swine. Or Sewing Squine, or however you pronounce it. Legendary, pretty fucking good one. It kicked my ass there. Don't know what the RAM is. Like, all of that, random. Master Ball, calculated risk. I know I'm going to get a guaranteed legendary type thing, if memory serves, is the Master Ball when they decided to add it. They basically try to make the odds better and more favourable for the people who wanted Pokemon but didn't want the original Pokeballs. You could turn those off, which, again, having options is great. But if I go for a bomb, knowing it's a bomb, I know it's like this here. I know it's going to blow up when I fucking throw it at someone. I know how to use that as a weapon. The stage, all of these little things, the little imp here, like this here, it hurts me. It killed me. But I know not to do that. I know not to willingly go into its mouth and fucking get ate. I know where it spawns. Do I know when it spawns? No. I know where it spawns. I know the likely places it's going to spawn. I know the likely times it's going to spawn because I've studied the stage. Obviously, I haven't fully studied the stage. This is all about the example. I put this on because I did know it has the kind of randomness I wanted to explain, though, with the creatures coming and with the fucking platform there. Some people would genuinely complain and say if the reason Final Destination, because it never changes. If I make a jump to the right and there's platform there, I know there's always going to be a platform there. Meanwhile, me, I used that star. I tried to hit the Pichu. I instead hit the moving boat thing. We'd call it a galleon. It's a like fair ride here. All of that's calculated, Risco. I knew picking up the star, I was going to hit that. It's why I did it, because I wanted to show it off here. In an actual competitive thing, I'd know, oh, that star's there. But where Pichu is currently, that's a bit of a risk. But maybe I can lure the Pichu out so that it takes the warp star. And maybe, while it's on its way to the warp star, if I'm fast enough, I could rush in, pick it up, and blast it. You know, like, I don't understand why people love to fucking shit on the randomness of Smash Brothers and act like there isn't skill here. I have the skill to be able to kill things one-on-one. I have the skill to be able to kill people in a group setting. We used to usually play 1v1v1v1 on Final Destination on Smash Brothers Melee. I have the ability to win fights like that. And those fights were always a lot closer. Fights where it was the random bullshit, we literally used to have a rule because of me. We used to, and if I go to the quit, we used to, on Smash Brothers, Melee, Brawl, this one as well, Ultimate, we used to have a veto system. Because when I would get sick to fucking death of playing Final Destination with no items, and they would adamantly not want to play anything that has a stage that has elements or items or anything like that, I would random. And obviously this game, you just see the random, so you don't get to do it. But on Melee, when you like click the random, it used to show you who your character was, which is why we had the veto system. And the veto system was, there were a couple of characters I genuinely despised playing as. Apologies, I've just punched the mic. Thankfully, I didn't mute it, because that happens sometimes. There were characters I genuinely used to despise using as. But I got better with them, because I'm using the D-pad. That's why I'm taunting it. I've been playing so many games with the D-pad, I just instinctively went to it, even though I've been playing this recently. There would be characters that I would have to veto, because it's like, oh, y'all are playing as your actual main characters, and sometimes they would random as well, like sometimes they would, but you're playing as your main characters, and I've just been given Yoshi. I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me, even with items on, because I was so much better at navigating the stages, the elements, the items than them. They would make me do random, and if I got a good character, then so be it. But they would also have vetoes. If I got my main character, I wasn't allowed to play as it, which in that game was Young Link. It's like, well, no, that's your main character, and we'll just play Smash Brothers on fucking Final Destination if you're going to play as Young Link. So it got to the point that I would go through the entire roster over and over and over again. We'd do like an hour or two Final Destination, then an hour or two with items and bullshit on, and I'd sit there playing randoms, and I'd still usually win most of the matches. But it then got to the point where I would actually start playing as the characters that I really didn't like. I got really good with Jigglypuff. I know I've mentioned it before, and Jigglypuff's not my current high score on Classic, but I genuinely got so good at Jigglypuff that I got baked one night for a migraine, ran through Classic mode with Jigglypuff, and at the time, it was my highest score. I think now I might have done higher with either Falco or Ganondorf, but I'm actually trying to go into it just to, so Classic mode. But I got really fucking good at Jigglypuff by playing random over and over and over again. I got good at all of these characters. So there's Jigglypuff. I was right. Falco's the one who I eventually beat it with, because I love Falco as well. But it allowed me to go through the roster, getting so much better at all of them. And eventually, one day, my plan is to go through all of these on the highest difficulty, because I reckon I'll be able to do it, even with the characters I really suck at. Where's Diddy Kong? I don't know if I'll ever get higher than an 8.1. My record with Diddy Kong before this, and I'm not even joking, was 5. It was like default 5. Maybe I'd hit 6, and then suddenly I had the run of my life. I fucking cannot stand playing as Diddy Kong in this game. Easily, if I was doing this these days, that would be my veto, 100%. And then eventually I'd get really good at playing Diddy Kong because I'd get so bored at dominating with characters that I'm not even supposed to be maining at. I know I've done it in another video, I don't even know if it's up, but I did mention that one of the times that I was actually playing random on this to even the playing field, they didn't know what characters I was good at yet because the game had just came out and I'd unlocked all the entire roster. They just knew I was god tier with fucking Ganondorf. I was almost god tier with Cloud, and when I got Cloud, oh, I destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them. But yeah, it's just maddening that I even have to make this video to kind of defend the item players, the stage players. Just because you don't deem it as a valuable skill doesn't mean it isn't. And I think that's part of the problem. A lot of people who do deem this as like the unworthy and an unvaluable skill, just admit you're bad at it. Like, genuinely, just admit you're bad at it. No one cares. No one's got any shit. I'm not a fucking god at this game. I'm among my local friend group, I was, but I'm not, like, going to tournaments, absolutely dominating people. I'd get the shit kicked out of me by any fucking professional. But I have a strong feeling when it comes to items, I actually might stand a chance, because so many of these people are just like, don't play with items. Like, okay. Like, you're depriving yourself of the majority of the fun of the game, I'm not going to lie. Everyone has fun in different ways, and fully get that, and maybe you truly do only enjoy 1v1 on Final Destination. But that's like having a fucking buffet in front of you, and picking plain white toast, not even butter. Like, it really is. It's like, hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But fucking hell, it must get boring. Because I would much rather go to the Huevos Rancheros, you know, and I know I'm fucking bastardizing that so badly. I would much rather go for the spicy Mexico eggs. That's probably, like, hopefully that isn't actually offensive to say. I figured it might be better than me butchering their language. But basically, do I want to go for, like, basic eggs on toast, or do I want to go for exotic? Do I want to go for spices and flavour and, like, do you want Smash Brothers 1v1 on a basic boring fucking stage? Or do you want Smash Brothers? Because I would argue one of these is more Smash Brothers than the other. And it ain't the one you're thinking of. Because if you truly do think that Smash Brothers is only Smash Brothers when it's the most basic, boring, vanilla settings, don't play Mario Kart. You'd fucking hate it. And with that, I've been Sky Fellowship. Until next time, I truly do hope you have a great rest of your day. Can we get a Switch 2 update for this fucking thing already so I can start going through classic mode? Nintendo. Like, please. I don't even care about adding characters. I want new modes. I'd love the adventure mode to come back from Smash Brothers. I'd love the Subspace Emissary. Even if you just do a one-to-one fucking port. Even if you just say, listen, we've literally lifted it from Brawl. It'll be the same mechanics as Ultimate, but you won't be able to play as any of the new characters. You will get the exact one-to-one, just like you did with Brawl. I would take that. Because I just want more things to do. And at this moment in time, I don't actually have anyone to play locally with. And I'm never going to play this sort of game online. Yeah, just can we get a Switch 2 update with some new single-player content? I don't even care about getting new characters. I especially don't care about getting Waluigi. But, yeah, anyway. Bye.